Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a reading vlog on this book. It's called The Woman in the Window by a.j.finn. This is apparently a movie as well. Have not seen it, but it seemed interesting. I've been in a reading slump, so I need something to get me going, so I thought maybe a psychological thriller would do the trick. This book is about this woman who lives in her house, and she doesn't leave her house because she has, I think it's called agoraphobia. I'm not sure, but it's like she doesn't want to be anywhere where it's like not safe, where it's uncertain. I'm not really sure, I'm not a doctor. But yeah, so I'm gonna read the synopsis, and yeah, I guess you'll get a better picture of this book before I read it and spoil it for everyone. So, oh yeah, by the way, this whole video is gonna be me spoiling it, but explaining it because I need something to do because I've been in my house for a month and a half. Okay. It isn't paranoia if it's really happening. Anna Fox, who is the main character who we're following through the book. Anna Fox lives alone, a recluse in her New York City home, unable to venture outside. She spends her days drinking wine, maybe too much, watching old movies, recalling happier times, and spying on her neighbors. Then the Russells move into the house across the way, a father, a mother, their teenage son, the perfect family. But when Anna, gazing out her window one night, sees something she shouldn't, her world begins to crumble, and its shocking secrets are laid bare. What is real? What is imagined? Who's in danger? Who is in control? In this diabolically gripping thriller, no one and nothing is what it seems. So, I don't know. I think it seems cool. I was reading some of the reviews on Goodreads, and it said that, like, she's spying on her neighbors and then something bad happens, but she's not sure if it's because she's, like, watching so many horror movies that she put it into real life, or the fact that she's an alcoholic. So, I'm not really sure, but I'm excited to read this and let you guys know how it goes the whole time. Also, it says #1 New York Times bestseller. I'm not a book reviewer. I'm not an author. But how is every single book on my shelf a #1 bestseller? I don't know. Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me. So I just want to say that I didn't realize like how fitting this book was to like the situation that we're in right now, because she doesn't leave her house and what's the lighting doing? I don't know. She doesn't leave her house and she's like spies on her neighbor. So maybe I got a new hobby, and I might regret saying that after I read this book, but I've only finished the first chapter, and honestly, like, you dive in right away. Like, it grabs you. It seems really good so far. Hi guys, first of all, sorry about my fan. Second of all, sorry about the light. I have a few things I want to say about this, just like what I've like noticed so far. There's a few things that bothered me at the beginning. They're not really coming back, but twice on one page, I just felt like there was too much description of things that didn't need to be described. Also, this shirt has holes in it. Cool. So first it's talking about a skylight, and it explained about what it looked like in the dark. So it says, I peer into the dark at the top of the stairs, into the gloom above. During the day, sun drops through the dome skylight overhead. At night, it's a wide open eye gazing into the depths of the stairwell. That one isn't so bad, and maybe it's just me being dramatic. This next one, I don't know why it bothered me so bad, but it says, I mount the next flight. The runners course against my souls. First of all, why are you wearing runners inside? Take your shoes off when you get to the door. Second of all, I don't really care what your runners are doing to your shoes. Honestly, this book's pretty good. Another thing is that she is using a camera to look at these people out of her house, not binoculars or anything, and she takes pictures of them. What else? Oh, I have the definition for agoraphobia. So it's better described up here. It says, agoraphobia fears include being outside the home alone, being in a crowd or standing in a line, being on a bridge, being in the center of a theater row. So that gives you a little bit more explanation on what it is. So far it's pretty good. It's a tad bit confusing just because it jumps around every chapter, and a chapter is every 3 or 4 pages. But if you can like keep focused and like try and understand where she is coming from. Okay, so where's my book? Give me a second. Also, my bed is unmade, so sorry. We have just met Ethan, who is the boy who lives across the street, which is our, like, the house that we're paying attention to. That's like the main house. So, let me give you some background. So, oh my goodness, what's the main character's name? Anna. So, Anna, like we know, she likes to like spy on her neighbors. So there's been a lot of info dumping, and honestly, like there's been like chapters of info dumping, and honestly, I don't remember any of it. So, we know that the husband Ed and Olivia, the daughter, are separated from Anna. I'm pretty sure that they're dead. I think that's the thing. Almost about a year ago, they died or they left or something like that. And she has this hobby of spying on her neighbors. Anyway, so the boy Ethan comes to drop off a present, a gift, and they have a long conversation. She's kind of doctoring him because she's a psychologist. Honestly, that's the best chapter so far. But we learned that he's homeschooled and he likes swimming. And yeah, there's another thing about too much explanation, too much detail. And I'm so sorry. Why do I look like this? This is talking about a glass that she dropped onto her patio. She says, I remember dropping a glass onto the patio once. It burst like a bubble, Marlowe flaring across the ground and flooding the veins of the stonework, black and bloody, crawling towards my feet. I don't know, I think that's too much information about her breaking a glass. I think that's one of my only peeves that I have with this book is that it's too descriptive in unnecessary ways. But I guess, like, the author has to build off of not much because she's in a house alone, so there's no dialogue, really. And she's, like, has to, like, entertain herself, so I guess I kind of understand it. But I hope we have more chapters like the ones I just had, because all this info dumping about selling the house, not selling the house, the way that the realtor explained the house, I don't know. I think that was really boring. Okay, so I'm not sure if her family's dead, moved away, or she's imagining them because she still talks to her husband. So, hello. I look like a mess because I just woke up, but oh my goodness. New theory that I'm pretty sure the daughter and the husband are not dead. So one of the reviews I read, maybe like spoilers, but it wasn't really spoilery. It was just like kind of explaining it. So pretty sure they're not dead. Pretty sure they're not dead. Okay, so she just had a therapy appointment, and we learned that her and her husband are estranged. He's not dead. And she blames herself because she booked a trip to England or something, and that's when the separation happened. So, yeah. I just started to read it again. How far am I in? I'm 130 pages in, I think. Finally, it's gotten good. From the last clips, I was saying that I really, 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 really disliked it. I also really like this angle, so I might move my bookshelf there. Okay, so I've started to like this book again because it's actually getting some... Okay, I don't know why my camera keeps focusing up there. Like, focus on my face, please. Thank you. So far, she's finally, like the actual mystery aspect is happening. As you can see, I've tabbed it up a lot because there's a lot of things that bother me about this book. I'm just saying. Like I think I said, is that they over-explain... Okay, it just refocused again to the same spot. Okay, we're gonna live with that. I'm not gonna try and change it again. So, the author over-explains things that don't need to be over-explained, and maybe it's just his writing style. And maybe some people like it, but I am really not one to enjoy that type of writing style when everything's over-explained. I have a little sticky note in here. There's a little bit of profanity because when I get talking about things that I'm passionate about, I get a little heated. So I'm gonna skip the profanity and you can color it to your imagination. So I said, what the heck is happening? Are we meant to like the main character? She's a something. And then I said, please, something exciting happens soon. Ethan is carrying the whole book. And we've literally met Ethan like once or twice. And I said, stop over-explaining. And then I said, I don't give a crap about your wine-creating spider-like webs crawling towards your feet on the creased cobblestone. By the way, that is not a quote. That's essentially what one of the sentences said. And I was like, I want depth, but I don't care. So I think now that it's actually getting exciting, it might be better than it was. I also said good dialogue, wish there was more. I like Jane. The dialogue that is in this book, like the small amounts that are in this book, I enjoy it. It's good. It's nicely written, but I think the author maybe is trying to make it more exciting because it's kind of just a one-person book because she doesn't leave her house. So I actually, I started reading this again last night, and then I actually watched the trailer for the movie today, just to motivate me a little bit more to finish it, and the trailer looks really good, and I think that I'd like the movie more than I like the book, just because, like I said, my one issue with this book is the over-explaining, the overuse of adjectives in sentences. That's my problem with this book. And I think, obviously, movies can't do that, so I think I'd like the movie more. But I'm going to try and finish this tonight. I calculated it, and it's going to take me 6 more hours to finish it. And what time is it? It's 3 o'clock. So I can finish it around 9, and why is it focusing like that? What the heck? Ghost in here or something. So I want to finish this and watch a movie tonight. I don't think I'll be able to watch a movie tonight. I'm not even sure if I'll finish this tonight, because I still have like 300 pages left, and I'm a slow reader. That's all I have to say for this book. It's been like a week since I last read it, so also if I'm wearing the same clothes, I don't care. I've literally worn the same like 3 shirts in rotation, so okay, so I don't know how well this is gonna go, how well this is gonna look. I reorganized my bookshelf, so that's exciting. So the book, where is it? I am 203 pages in. I want to finish it tonight, but I still have like 250 pages left. I'm only like halfway through. So far, she has gotten herself in a little issue, a little pickle, and she's trying to get out of it. I actually really like it so far. The way that like it's gone since I didn't like it. But my issue is, let me see. like, it's good so far since the mystery is actually happening, but here I wrote, Anna's drinking gives me anxiety, because she's obviously an alcoholic, that's part of the book, but I don't know, just reading it, I don't know, it kind of gives me, it just makes me really anxious, like, reading about her being an alcoholic, and it's not that, like, that feeling has stemmed from, like, past events, because literally nobody in my family drinks. It's, I don't know why, maybe just because I know that it's gotten her into an issue, and just the fact that she drinks so much, but she's not supposed to be drinking on the pills that she's taking, so it's messing with her head, but she keeps drinking anyway, and I don't know, I just kind of, her ignorance is kind of making me, but it has gotten better from last time I was discussing this book. Okay, so my hair looks crazy and this glare is awesome. Maybe I could put my big head in front of it. So, I just read, so I'm pretty sure Ed and Olivia do die. This quality is perfect. Pretty sure they do die, but she, like, just imagines them and has conversations with them, because here it says, I look up, the road had vanished. We were rocketing over the edge of the gorge. We were sailing into the dark. So I'm pretty sure she's driving and they die in the car accident. I'm not sure, because it only gives us snippets. Like, we've only had 3 little snippets of information about their unlikely demise. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna film a little bit of me reading, because I saw that in Haley from Bookland, and she does little filmings. Also, my desk is kind of cluttered. Sorry. Yeah. So let's get reading. So I was under the impression from the trailer that I saw that David is going to try and kill her, and the sentence goes, I wonder if I might tell him about Jane. I wonder what he'd say. But before I can decide, he's kissed me. I'm gonna go back and watch my reaction for that, because I have this really bad habit of reading ahead. So I'll, like, be at the top of a page and I'll read ahead, like, scan a few words. I did not do this because this page is only half a page. What? Oh my goodness. So I think it's funny, and I'm eating a fudgicle. I had time to think because I just went outside and looked at some bats. So they just had sex, and I'm like, she literally fought with this guy because she kind of broke into his house, and she says that that's the longest conversation they've had. And, like, obviously she's lonely. She's been in this house for 11 months, but I don't feel like it was necessary, and maybe it is necessary because maybe he does end up trying to kill her, and you look back to this thinking, like, maybe he was trying to get her attached so that it would, I don't know. But, like, this is not a romance book, but I just think this all the time. I say this all the time. Sex sells. And I don't know. I was talking to my little sister maybe the other day, and there was a show or something that wasn't like a romance show, and there was like sex in it, and she's like, oh, like, I don't know, like, you know, and I was like, sex sells, that's it. And I don't know, I feel like this, I mean, it's not bad that it happened. Maybe it was critical for the plot, but I don't know, I just had to come in there and talk 2 minutes about saying like 5 words. So, yeah. So what I don't understand is that Anna's always calling herself super logical because she is a psychologist, a child psychologist, so she knows all these things. And she knows that her medication alone will give her hallucinations. She knows it'll get worse if she drinks with it. But she's convinced that she saw what she saw. And she's not even considering the fact that when you hallucinate, you think it's real. That's why it's called a hallucination. Like, the fact that she says she's super logical and she's a doctor, but yet she saw what she saw, even though she's doing... Anyway, we just found out what's happened to, like, her husband and her daughter. I'm not, the story isn't complete, because every couple of chapters, it, like, she adds on to explaining what happened to them. But they went for a ski trip, and they ended up telling their daughter that they were getting a divorce, and she just wanted to go home. So they were driving late at night, and Anna drove off a cliff, and yeah. They're not dead. I don't think they die. I know I said that earlier, but okay, so let me just say, because I've been thinking this, and I wrote it down and everything, because it makes me so mad. So the new Jane isn't the Jane that Anna remembers and says that this is like an imposter, but the cops are like, okay, you're crazy, and the Russells, who's like Jane, that's her family, they're like, you're crazy, this has always been her. But I don't know if I've said this, but it literally makes me so mad. I probably have said it before, but like, when Jane and Anna had the first dinner together, Anna took one picture of her with her phone because Jane was pestering her about how Anna used to like photography and now she won't even take a picture. And just to shut her up, Anna took a picture of her. Why has that not been brought up in like 200 pages? Literally, she has proof that this is the woman she saw. I don't know. I mean, obviously she forgot, but... And now it's probably deleted because somebody had gone into her phone and like changed the passcode or something like that, allegedly, and it's probably been deleted. Also, the son, I think he knows that something's wrong. Like the son of Jane. And yeah, I don't know, it's kind of getting good, just because we're getting more backstory, we're getting more into Anna's, like, brain, and why she is the way she is, which I like. I'm just, like, so eager to find out if she finds a photo on her phone. I'm getting so mad. Also, this is gross, I'm, like, flinging my retainer around. I'm not gonna come back tonight. Okay, I'm gonna stop saying that I'm not coming back because I'm back for like the 5th time. So she just said, where is it? As they watch, I swig it. So she's referring to her wine that she's drinking, and she says, I swig it, and she said that a couple of times. That means like take a big sip. I go to high school, so I know that kids my age drink alcohol, and obviously adults that I know drink alcohol. And I have never, ever once heard any of these people in real life who drink alcohol that say that they took a swig of a drink. Sorry, that's just had to say that, just had to pop in. Okay, I'm having one of those holy moments. Okay, let me read you this paragraph, I think. You told me that your family was far away and that you had no one here to talk to, and I know what he's about to say, and I'm so grateful that he's the one to say it, because he's kind and his voice is warm, and I couldn't bear it otherwise. I couldn't bear it. But instead, Norelli cuts him off. It turns out your husband and your daughter are dead. It was one of those sentences that, like, you just gotta stop for a minute. See, at first it was shock, but now I kind of want to cry. It's so sad. Damn, I've literally, since I started this book, I've been going back and forth from they're dead, they're not dead, they're dead, they're not dead. And then she's been talking to him every day, so I'm like, you know what, maybe he isn't dead. And then I hear the story about the incident that they got into, and I'm like, you know what, maybe they're not dead. And then I literally just came on here, you saw the portion of the video, and I'm like, you know what, they're not dead, like, they get helped, because that's what it says, that they get helped. Dude, I'm gonna cry. So far, she's kind of come to terms with how, she actually made up all of these little things herself, and that now she's changed her mind. She's like, nah, like, I did not imagine this. So she's gone back, but, like, now, from everything that's happened, she, like, you kind of like Anna more, because you feel bad for her, because all the cops and, like, detectives think that she's a joke. I don't really have much to say for this book, because I'm almost done. I'll check in when I am done. But it has definitely gotten better from whenever, the beginning of the video. I was really disappointed with it then. Like I said, it's gotten better. Don't have much to say at the moment. I also moved my bookshelf again. Did I say that? Anyway, I really like it here, except it kind of, like, looks weird when you walk into my room. But I'm not sure. Alright, so I just finished The Woman in the Window by a.j.finn, and I don't often, like, read thrillers or, like, psychological thrillers as much as I do probably fantasy and romance. So I'm not really sure if, like, what happened was, like, normal, but I actually really enjoyed the story. I only gave this book 3 stars just because, like, I would have given it 4 stars in general because it's not, like, my favorite book, but 4 stars is, like, a good rate for me. But I gave it 3 stars because I could not stand the writing at points. The dialogue, let me tell you, the dialogue was so nicely done between 2 people or more. So nicely done. I don't know, I feel like the writing I just did not like, so that's why it knocked it down to 3 stars for me. But the story was amazing. Plot twist, wow. But once the story started going, a few times I would read something and I'd be like, wow, holy guacamole, like, what's happening? I'm gonna watch the movie tonight. I don't think I'm gonna wait until I watch it to edit the movie and, like, put a little snippet in here. But like I said, I think I'm gonna like the movie. But I really tabbed this book up just because I had a lot to say. Like, all these mystery writers, all these thriller writers, like, wow, but you have to put so much together that everything connects back. I just think that's so amazing. I said the story was well thought out. I mean, wow, what a twist. Glad it was a happy ending, which I was, like, really relieved that it was a happy ending. The writing is what brought the book down for me, sometimes unbearable. And I said, otherwise, good book. So that was my final thoughts on this. And like I said, it was a wow book. A couple times when I wanted to tab something, I just wished that I had a tab that was, like, designated for, like, 3 exclamation marks, because sometimes I just needed to put that down on here. I'm raving about this book now, but when I started, as you can see, like, I did not like this book, but I'm glad that I pushed through because it was a good story all around. After you get past the writing style, which I did not like. You might like it. I did not like it. But, like I said, the story was good. It was a good story. It was a good book. It was a good book. I never know how to end these videos. I never know how to really wrap it up as well as it could be. So I'm just gonna say, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's super long. I do rant a lot in this video. Sometimes not even about the book. But I will try and cut it down so it's not super annoying. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in my next video. Once again, I'm getting awkward because I don't know how to end these videos, so bye.